Hello friends, I am Dr. Kuldeep Mohadikar. In this video, I will be presenting my 18th chapter from my series Chapters from the History of English Literature. The chapter is entitled as French Revolution. French Revolution is a world event rather than domestic event in France. It opened a new epoch in the social, political and literary history of Europe. It produced a tremendous effect, particularly on the Romantic movement in English literature known as Romantic Revival. Wordsworth was under the powerful influence of French Revolution and he came out with his epoch-making work in collaboration with Coleridge that is entitled as the Lyrical Ballads. It was trumpet that heralded the dawn of new era by making the prophecy that poetry is an unlimited and the ultimate art of expressing man's inner and deep-rooted joy and sorrow. The lyrical ballad led a revolt against the artificial sentiments and inequality, artificial and mechanical style of 18th century. It also established the truth that poetry must express the feelings and joys of common men and women close to the soil. Along with Wordsworth, the French Revolution had a great impact on Coleridge, Saudet, Byron and Goethe. Whereas Wordsworth found consolation in nature, Coleridge sought to forget his discontentment with abstract philosophy and intellectual idealism. Byron was himself a revolutionary who was against all social conventions and institutions. In his poetry, he championed the cause of social and political liberty. Byron was excited by the imposing personality of Napoleon. Galvin, Shelley, Saudet, and Walter Scott were the other literary figures influenced by the French Revolution. Shelley was an idealist and dreamer with high passion. He was the revolutionary poet of the second generation. The three words of French Revolution, liberty, equality, and fraternity, influenced the politics of Great Britain. The revolution was the protest against oppression and exploitation. Humanity was convinced as universal brotherhood. The imagination of romantic writer was set ablaze by French Revolution. They felt as if they were living in the twilight of new dawn of human history. Rousseau and Voltaire are regarded in France of the most French of all the men of letters. Rousseau gave a blow to the divine right theory. He established the right of the people and advocated the theory of sovereignty. His social contract has been described as the Bible of the Revolution. His epoch-making mark is, I quote, "Man is born free and everywhere he is in chains," I unquote. This doctrine and French Revolution affected the English poet to a great extent. The old world, which Dr. Johnson regarded as permanent world of static social order, was now breaking up. The Romantic revival of English literature is not in small measure due to the ideas of French Revolution. The restrictions of classicism were too stifling for the poets who had drunk deep an idea of liberty. Cowper, Burns, Coleridge, Wordsworth, Shelley, and Byron expressed their thought through their works. Like Wordsworth, most of them regarded, I quote, "a bliss it was in that age to be alive, and to be young was a very heaven," I unquote. Scott, the English poet, a great historical novelist, was very much influenced by the trinity of liberty, equality, and fraternity. He accepted the principle of revolution with joy, but he was soon disguided and disillusioned with the reign of terror and oppression of Napoleon. The French Revolution was criticized by Burke in strong terms in the book Reflection of French Revolution. Burke's prose writing is an indirect result of French Revolution, exerted powerful influence on English literature. So this was all about French Revolution from my side, friends. Thanks.